there were some of you on the way over there to the Bin Ladens that fell asleep.
Motherfuckers fell asleep in the yes.
How the fuck? Do you
I was looking
fall
over. I remember.
asleep on the
So
way?
I got my buddy Cheese, who's got the dog Cairo. We all have nicknames.
Cairo.
I was Nizro, NSRO, Navy SEAL Rob O'Neill. Just because my friends would see me at a bar, I'd say, "What up, my Nizro?" Yeah.
And I parenthetically, I gave him.
Yeah,
the
you
word-
fucked me over, by the way.
I put something in the newspaper.
We caught an oarfish in San Diego, 27-foot oarfish, when I'm in training, and he gave it to the local newspaper, the Montana Standard, and it said, blah, 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 Navy SEAL Rob O'Neill.
He'll catches big
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
fish.
And so the
NSRO.
SEAL instructor's like, "Oh, you're a Navy SEAL now." I'm like, "No, my fucking dad thinks I am." So they gave me extra attention. But what's the point we're getting at? So we're in the plane. I got Cheese here, Cairo's here, the dog, and then one of my boys is over here and he's asleep. So we're flying to Bin Laden's house, and I remember looking at my friend thinking, "You got ice you are asleep
Ice.
in the car on the ride to Bin Laden's house." Yeah, that's a cool. But my guys were so cool because they really same with swimming with sharks at night. Look, if you can't see it, it ain't there. Why are you worrying about it? If you're worrying about it's not going to affect it, fall asleep.
Right.
Yeah.
What was
Crazy.
what was your biggest worry? I know you guys really don't have fear, but what was your biggest worry flying over there? Like what was your
There was no worries. I mean, we're going to get shot down. Or as soon as we get, like when I went in the first room onto the right-hand side in Bin Laden's house, I remember shining a light up to look for explosives because they'll generally hang them down, and it's just gonna implode the house. And I couldn't see any, and I'm like, why aren't there explosives? And then looking at, I remember seeing a little girl that was scared, and one of my buddies grabbed her, brought her to a woman, and I just watching my friends do. Like, I remember thinking like, this is shit they wouldn't do for us. We're the good guys. We're making sure she's not afraid.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's like, wow, we might do this, and let's go to the stairs where Maya told us Khalid bin Laden would be, and we went up there, and one of my buddies aced him. One of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen.
You know what I love that you say so much, and I've heard you with interviews, was that you were doing it for the people that had to jump out of the.
Oh, that's exactly, and I say that every day.
And it just like it's. I mean, my scene when I was in New Jersey, I was like 9 years old. But all of our parents, our dads, had commuted to the city.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget. We were, I don't know what.
Well, I mean,
grade was
you
in.
can see it from Jersey City. You can see the towers.
Totally.
You can see the Freedom
smoke.
Tower.
Yeah.
And what we talked about. I mean, I think the respect isn't given to the people at Windows on the World. It was 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. You see people trying to use tablecloths as a parachute. People holding hands, jumping together. I don't want to die alone. Do they know each other? Did they just meet? They're gonna kill it. Like, what the fuck was going on inside? That's why we went for sure. And I wanted. There was no way in hell I was gonna live the rest of my life with that regret of not going. I'm gonna go. I'm going. This is how it's gonna end. I have to. I must go.
And what's the mood at the base that you're at when
It was just
happened?
serious, all serious.
Like just shock or like
Oh well, no, when 9/11 happened, or when we went for Bin Laden.
yeah, like when you guys went over for Bin Laden, everybody just
Oh no, it was
stone cold?
complete. Well, we were professionals, and we'd done it so many times. I mean, the only difference between that mission and a mission in Ramadi or Bakuba, Iraq, was instead of handshakes, we gave each other hugs, and literally just said, "Have a good fight." This is it. I mean, this is it.
And these are your best friends.
Yeah,
I mean, you
my
guys
best
are-
friends, 23 of the best people. in the
Still
world.
talk to them till this day?
I talk to most of them. Some of them are still going, and it's a freight train that kept moving. But it's like seriously, you take a piss, you smoke a cigarette, you give each other a hug, and here,
Have a good fight.
have a good fight.
Yeah, but the thing of it, when he's climbing the bird, just going back a couple paragraphs, I said to him, I wish I could go with you. And he says, I'm with some really good guys. And what he was telling me is, it's a one-way mission.
This is it. We're gonna die.
It's over.
And then if you
Well, the thing too is because you went to Walmart.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he did.
I was.
So he's
I'm sitting in
happy shopping, Dad. Yeah.
seriously. So he's in Walmart, can't move. I'm flying to Bin Laden's house in Abbottabad, Pakistan.
He's in aisle 6 of the
no, but
frozen
no,
section.
I'm in my Ford,
Whatever the hell, yeah.
Ford Ranger truck.
Yeah. You
with
don't,
my
and by the way,
fingers.
you don't need to say which vehicle because we're not sponsored yet. So it could have been any.
God
It could have been
damn
any truck.
the O'Neill limited edition.
Then how did you hear after the mission's complete? How did you get the news?
Well, the thing is, we had Bin Laden's body, and we're at Bagram Airfield, and the FBI is doing DNA tests on him. We have a TV set up. President Obama came out walking in the black suit, red tie. the red carpet, and he said, "Tonight I can report to the American people and to the world,
forget
the
this.
United States has conducted a mission that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al Qaeda."
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there eating a breakfast sandwich. I hear the president say Osama bin Laden. I look at Osama bin Laden. I'm like, how the fuck did I get him from Butte, Montana? But then we're thinking, when are you
When
going to
you gonna
say no
one
Americans
was
were
killed?
hurt? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
he never said that.
About a
he
minute,
does
about a
later.
minute and 20 seconds
I'm
into it, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, my neighbors can hear me screaming at the television set because
Yeah.
I haven't heard. I want to hear and I
You
don't
had
want to
be
hear a word.
You had to be a mess.
Well, I'm waiting for the military guys to come up, which I'm
Yeah,
praying to
the,
God
the,
they don't.
the friggin' guy with the priest and the fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
so
So
you had to be a mess.
Oh, it's horrible.
yeah, but I mean, even we're writing the notes to our buddies. Like, so the 23 guys that were there, we wrote letters to everyone, individual letters to my dad, my daughters, my mom, my sister, my brother, my sister, and but you can't give these letters to your buddies because they're gonna die with you. So you got to find someone that doesn't know what the fuck you're doing. A manila envelope and I said, hey, look, here's inside of this. Just trust me. These are letters with instructions. You're gonna know what to do. And he's like, well, what do I do? I'm like, just trust me. You're gonna know. Now, if you see me tomorrow, I want them back.
So they know.
He had no idea. As soon as he gave them back, I shredded those goddamn things. I wish I would have kept them, but I shredded them.
Yeah, I'm surprised you wouldn't.
I had blood on my uniform. I went into the shredder and put them in the thing. Just got rid of them. I don't. And letters. I mean, I didn't write a letter to the 7-year-old. I wrote a letter to the 27-year-old daughter. I'm really sorry I missed your wedding. I know you're beautiful. Thanks for taking care of your sisters. What we did was noble. You know, I wish I would have kept them, but at the moment, and it must have been the half bottle of Johnny Walker Blue that I had.
Very well deserved.
Oh,
though,
I think
to
so.
say the least.
Yeah.
And for you, Robert, at what point do you realize, like, when does it really hit that I just shot Osama bin Laden?
It hit me when after I shot him because Bin Laden was pushing his wife toward me, and I'm 3 feet away from him, and I'm looking him in the eyes. That's his nose. That's him. He's not surrendering. He's a threat.
Okay.
I got to kill him. I shot him over his wife Amal twice and then once again, and I pulled her toward me because you can sort of tell when there's a threat, and she wasn't a threat, so I pulled her. And as I'm moving her, like you can see it on the internet. You can see where I killed him by the foot of his bed, the blood from his head. I can hear him taking his last breath, smoke coming out of his head where I just shot him. And his 2-year-old son is standing there. And I remember looking at this kid as a father thinking, this poor kid's got nothing to do with this. So I picked him up. I pushed her on the bed. I put her son on top of her. And I turned around and other Navy SEALs are coming in. I'm the only guy in the room other, than Bin Laden. And I see Navy SEALs doing what I call Navy SEAL shit. They're clearing the room, and I'm standing there, and one of my guys comes up to me, a Navy SEAL, so obviously very good looking. And he comes up to me and he goes, he looks at me and he goes, "Are you good?" And I said, "No." I said, "No."
So you kind of paused for a second.
Here's what hit me. So I go, what do we do now? And he said, now we find the computers. Like we do this every night, hundreds of times we've done this.
Trained, right.
And I said, yeah, you're right. I'm back. Holy shit. And here's how cool my guys are. He goes, yeah, you just killed Osama bin Laden. Your life just changed. Let's get to fucking work. I'm like, that's it.